What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and I just want to say shout out to Daniel Hegg for letting me borrow this handgun for review and for telling me I need to try it out, I need to test it and shoot it, and keep an open mind when looking for certain handguns. Also, shout out to Dimitri and Stan. Had a blast shooting with you guys and testing out different firearms, right? Obviously, it's safety checked and cleared for all you weirdos out there, as well as YouTube employees, and honestly, some of you weirdos are YouTube employees, right? All right, let's get into it. This thing's a beast. I can end the video right there. Reliable, smooth, accurate, clean, literally everything. This handgun has it. This thing is absolute beast, but I still love my Glock 26. So let's compare sizes, then we'll get into it. This is the new Beretta PX4 Storm. I believe this is the carry. If you guys know about the PX4 Storms, they were discontinued. There's one for sale for $400, the subcompact, right up my alley. You guys would love the video. I would probably carry it as my main carry. It's about 40 minutes away from my house right now, and they are negotiating. You know, the price is negotiable, so I might try and grab it for $375, maybe $350, something like that, because that's a rare handgun. You can't find the PX4 Storm subcompacts anywhere, and that's how I would carry these. But I wanted to keep an open mind for larger handguns, right? Let's compare it to the 26, my favorite handgun. This is my Glock 26 Gen 5 MOS. This thing has not been cleaned in 5 months, and we are nearing 8,000 rounds with this handgun. Not a single hiccup, not a single malfunction, not a single problem, right? Let's compare it. PX4 Storm on the left, Glock 26 on the right. 12 plus 1 on the right. Let's go ahead and check what this is. This is 15 plus 1 on the left of 9. So honestly, when I look at that, the Glock 26 wins the battle a little bit. Just by a little bit, not much. 12 plus 1 on the right, 15 plus 1 on the left. Width, very similar. Length up top. You can see that. A little bit longer for the PX4 carry. So this would still be a relatively comfortable handgun if carried appendix, right? Now, Glock 26, like I said, one of the greatest handguns, and that's simply due to reliability. It's smooth. It's small, it's flat shooting, it's reliable as can be, and the Gen 5s can take that a beautiful performance trigger. But if you get the performance trigger, use the defensive springs, not the competition springs for carry. But this thing's on a different level. Now, am I going to pick this handgun up? Probably not. It's pretty dang expensive. I think the MSRP is around $900 or $859 or something like that, which is a lot of money for a handgun. But I also get it 100%. If I wasn't so stuck in my ways like that, like I said, I'm going to get the older PX4, hopefully, the subcompact version, but I still am stuck in my ways with that 26, right? 15 plus 1 capacity. Now, I do have a couple gripes on it. We're going to get into a little bit about everything. The way it feels in your hand is beautiful. It is so ergonomic. I get full 3-finger contact, or almost full 3-finger contact. It's good enough. Not really a big undercut here. Maybe they could have dipped a little bit of this off, but it is what it is. You still get a full 3-finger contact. Another thing I would say is maybe leave a little bit more room for that trigger guard for a glove finger. Where I live, it does get cold, and I wear mag pull gloves that are generally pretty thin, but still, as you can see, if you're running a double action, that trigger sits a little far forward. Looks like it takes down similar to a Glock. Not 100% sure. Haven't taken it down yet. Comes with a rail. Locks back. Now let me show you guys what makes this handgun awesome, right? The barrel. The way this thing is made makes it, the recoil so minimal. The way it's made makes it beyond reliable, and we're going to talk about that, right? If you're new to firearms, people always ask me, why does my barrel point upward? Why does it tilt? And that's called a tilting barrel. That allows that round to feed at an angle into the barrel, and as that slide comes back, reciprocating, it flattens back out to be straight on for your shot. Accuracy and reliability come from this rotating barrel, right? Let me show you. Watch the barrel. Ready? Look at how genius that is. The way it hits off the slide and look at this. See how it rotates? It is always flat. So you never lose any accuracy. That barrel is always sitting in one position, straight forward. It just rotates. On top of that, for feeding, let me throw that mag in real quick. Look at how it sits. I mean, look at that. That, like, it's just the smallest feed ramp into the barrel that doesn't really even have a feed ramp. Absolutely beautiful. Another thing that caught my eye is the finish. The finish is flawless. I'm not sure if this is gray, like a dark gray or a bull gray or something like that, but it looks really, really nice. Feels nice, has a nice overall look to it. This is a well-made handgun. This is a tank. This is a beast. This is an awesome, awesome carry option for people who want a heavier handgun. This thing has no recoil and is as flat shooting as can be. It has an awesome trigger, but we'll get into it. Sights, really easy to pick up. That is a very bright orange. They aren't night sights, but still, it is a great sight picture. You have a squared off rear, textured blacked out rear with that nice little orange outline. So easy to pick up in the daytime, but obviously they are not night sights, right? Now, right here is your single action trigger pull. Crisp, clean, and so light. Reset. I mean, it's a beast. Then, if you want to run it without that single action trigger pull, which is how I'd recommend it, decock it, and now you have that double action trigger pull. It's so predictable though. It's actually a really nice double action trigger pull, and it's a light double action trigger pull. It is not a super heavy like a revolver or, you know, something like that. It's actually a really nice. And what I would sort of compare this handgun to is my HK P2000 SK with the decocker, the V3 model. Hammer fired, awesome trigger on it, very, very light on recoil. Now, I'm not the best at shooting this. This was my first time shooting it. Obviously, it's a different handgun compared to what I'm used to. I'm compared to my crappy Glocks, my crappy Smiths, my junky Glocks. I mean, that's just what I'm used to. So when I pick up a handgun that is far superior, I am generally not as proficient with it. But I got better over time shooting it, and this thing will last forever. This thing will be reliable. This thing will have no problems. This thing is built to last. So if you are going to spend the $850 price tag on it, or $750, whatever it ends up being, it is well worth it, because this is going to last you eternity, and it will always be reliable, generally speaking, right? Things they could have done different. Night sight option. They might have that model out there, but I would have liked to see night sights be on here. Also, a lot of people want optics-ready handguns. I don't know if there's an optics-ready model. I don't know if they could get an optic on here. Depends on the internals. I don't know much about the internals on this handgun. I don't know if the hammer fired or the cocker or anything in here would prevent them from being able to mill into the slide, but that's always an option for them as well if they don't have that model. The other thing, my buddy Heg, whose handgun this is, he's getting it stippled. There's no stippling on it. There's this little patch in the rear and in the front, and even that is still a little bit slippery. When you feel it, you notice that this is very slippery. So getting this stipple or throw some grips on it, you'll be just fine. On top of that, you have big divots right here by the takedown lever. Big gas pedals. A big way to help fight some of that recoil. Also remind yourself to keep that finger on the trigger unless you are aimed down range or at your target. Overall, an awesome, awesome handgun. The thing just glides like butter. So if you have weaker hands or are in the trades and your hands are in pain or you struggle with arthritis, this is an awesome option for you because everything about it is easy. It's not an easy model, but it's relatively easy. The trigger is easy to pull. The slide is easy to manipulate. The slide stop easy to manipulate. The mag's easy to load. Everything about this handgun is generally easy, and this is honestly a duty-made handgun. This is meant to defend yourself and do it right and reliably. Now, would I switch a Glock 26 out for this? No, because I love the Glock 26, but would I carry this? Of course I would. It is an awesome handgun. It's just on the big side for me. If they release a second version in a subcompact, I am all for it, and I'm jumping on it the second it comes out. Awesome, awesome handgun. I like seeing stuff like this. I like testing different handguns. I am a small arms type of person. I like smaller handguns for carry. That's mainly what I do, but I am open to other things, and I like to branch out for you guys and bring you other options out there, even if it's not something I would possibly buy. Now, would I buy this? Like I said, I want the subcompact version, then I'm jumping on it. Give me a 3.5-inch barrel, cut me down to here, give me 12 rounds, and we are talking, yes, I would go pick that up in a heartbeat. Awesome trigger pull, reliable, accurate, smooth, and has an awesome rotating barrel that helps with feeding issues as well as accuracy. Love to see it. Love to see that they brought it back even though it was discontinued. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.